Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and get started. So again, welcome everybody to the MHDO Payer webinar. My name is Karen Lee Harrington and I am with the Maine Health Data Organization. And I have here with me a couple of my colleagues, Kate Mullins with Human Service Research Institute, who will do most of the presentation this afternoon, and Philippe Bono, our compliance officer. So I am going to quickly run through the goals of our session this afternoon. So Kate, if you can move to the next page. So we want to review some Chapter 243 updates, review the upcoming registration requirements, review the validation override resets and validation updates, and then talk about the implementation timeline. I know that you're all very, very busy and you've got a lot of competing priorities, so we will try and get through this as quickly as possible, and hopefully it will be informative. And again, if you have questions, please ask them in the chat feature, and we will try to address them during this time together. And I think with that, I will turn it over to Kate.
Great, thank you, Karen Lee. So as Karen Lee mentioned, we're going to just quickly go through the changes to Chapter 243. Hopefully this is not new information to folks, as I believe there's been some communication leading up to today's call, but again, just want to provide a highlight of what this is actually going to mean in terms of your data submissions beginning next year. So the changes include some updated definitions. There are some updated mapping information for external references. There are some changes to existing fields, and we have added a few fields as well. So these changes will go into effect with the submission of your January 2021 data, which is due at the end of February. The portal will be available for submission of January files no sooner than February 3rd, 2021. And we will go through the timeline in detail. So the biggest definition change has to do with the pharmacy benefit manager definition. There's some updates to other references. We've highlighted those changes here in red. The new fields that we are adding are the in-plan network indicator. They are MC330, PC110, and DC110. This addition to all three claims file formats is in line with the common data layout, the CDL, which is a national standard that we have been working to align with. So the addition of these fields is in line with that common data layout. And we'll go through kind of what the expectations will be around these fields as we review the validation changes. That'll show us kind of what the expectations will be for these new fields. We are making some changes to existing data fields. The Chapter 243 layout currently has fields for race and Hispanic indicator and ethnicity. The current layout states to leave those fields blank. We are making changes so that these existing fields will be populated beginning next year. In addition to implementing those 243 changes, we're going to be going through some of our typical annual updates that many of you are familiar with. We will be doing an annual registration update. This is all done through the portal. We ask everybody to review and update information about their company and users. Again, this is informative for us in managing data intake submissions, but also the information you provide in this registration update is also provided to data users. So information about how many covered lives you represent, things like that. That information is all passed on to data users. So we ask that you ensure it's updated on an annual basis. Those updates will be due during the month of February. We will also be doing our annual validation override resets. This applies to profile and exemption level rules. All existing profile and exemption overrides will expire as of February 1st, 2021. Submissions that occur after this reset, which will, for the most part, be starting with your January 2021 data, will be evaluated against all validation rules. New profile and exemption level overrides will have to be requested as needed. Again, this is our opportunity to kind of re-baseline how your data are performing against the validation rules. So we ask that everybody, take a look at all of those results on an annual basis and provide updated explanations if an override is needed. We are going to be making some validation changes. There will be new rules for the new and updated fields. So there'll be new rules for the in-plan network indicator, and we also will be updating the rules for the existing race, ethnicity, and Hispanic indicator fields. So each of the new in-plan network indicator fields will have rules checking the population and validity of those fields, and each of the updated race, ethnicity, and Hispanic indicator will have fields that have rules checking both population, validity, and the rate of unknown values being submitted. And I'm going to pivot here to showing a Excel spreadsheet that was distributed, I think, as part of the invite to this webinar, and just walk through what those rules look like and talk about some of the distinctions that we're making through the implementation of these rules. So I'm going to make this a little bigger. Right now on the medical claims file and the additions are for the in-plan network indicator. The first rule is we're checking that the field is populated, and we're expecting it to be populated 100% of the time. And then when it is not blank, we are going to be checking the validity of it, and the valid codes will be a Y or a no for whether yes or no, it's in or out of network. Same goes for the pharmacy claim rules and the dental claim rules. The race and ethnicity fields in the eligibility file will have each kind of have three new rules. First, we're checking to determine if the field is populated, and we're checking that at a threshold of 100%. We're expecting it to be populated. It will be profile level. So if it's not something you're able to populate at 100% of the time, you'll be able to override it. When it's not blank, we'll be checking the validity of the codes which that field contains. And again, if it's populated, we expect it to be a valid code 100% of the time. We are also going to be checking the rate of unknown codes coming in through these fields. So when not blank, we're going to be checking that the rate of an unknown race code is no more than 5%. And this, we are expecting that if your enrollment forms have a question asking the member to indicate what their race, ethnicity, or the Hispanic indicator is, if the question is being asked, and they respond that it's unknown, that's when you would use the unknown value. If it is not being asked, it's not included on the enrollment form, or there's another reason that the member was not asked for this information, we would expect this field to be blank. So in the case where you truly do not have the information, we are expecting the field to be blank rather than an unknown value. And I think this rule is our goal of just trying do that check, we would expect the rate of unknown to be relatively low. And if it is higher, you have the opportunity to provide an explanation and request an override. And you'll see this is the logic that's repeated across the other fields for race 2, race 3, the Hispanic indicator, and ethnicity 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to swap on back here. So the timeline, we will be providing an opportunity for folks to submit test files in the new Chapter 243 format and be able to check their data against those new validation rules. The instructions for that testing period will be emailed out to everyone on November 16th. Payer testing of the Chapter 243 and the validation rule changes will be available in the payer test portal on November 17th through December 17th. So we're giving you a month to test that out. The testing, I think, again, as many of you know who have worked with us for a number of years, that's sort of the official period where we're asking you to submit at least one file for each changed file type. During that period, the portal will remain open and available to you to continue testing. If there are issues that you want to work through, that portal will be open until we make the switch over to production. So instructions regarding the annual updates will also be emailed out towards the end of January to provide you just some instructions on those annual updates we're looking for. And the last day for files of any period to be accepted in the old Chapter 243 format will be on January 29th. Any files that come in after that date must be in the new format. And we will have a brief period of time where we won't be processing and validating files. That will happen from January 30th to February 2nd. Anything that's submitted during that period should be in the new format and will be held and processed on the 3rd. The changes will be officially live and launched in the production portal on February 3rd. So that's when we're asking you to really begin the submission of the new format for your January 2021 data. And that's also when the annual override resets will occur. Annual registration information updates will be due at the end of February. And the January 2021 data files will be due in the new format and in a passing status by the end of February. So again, just want to make sure everybody has these resources. The help desk is available to answer technical questions and will be available to support you through the testing period of these changes. And as always, Philippe Bonneau is available to answer any compliance related questions. Our information is here. And I am now going to just pop over to the chat. I know I saw a couple of questions maybe come in, so let me see. So the question is, what if your system doesn't track race and ethnicity? And if we did track it, what if the member does not want to identify? I don't know, Karen Lee, do you want to address that question or would you like me to?
I can certainly address what if your system doesn't track it. So we are, with this rule change, requesting that this be information that payers are capturing. And this is, since the pandemic, it's become a huge focus of many of the users of this data to help with policy issues and lots of other questions that have come up that this information would be very valuable for. So we are requesting, we have heard that there are some payers that ask for this on the enrollment forms and are capturing it that way. So, you know, we'll leave that up to you all, but it is a field, it is information that we're asking for. If it's not information that, you know, you are providing, then, or if it's not available, then you would be leaving the field blank, but we are requesting that you make an effort at capturing it. And to the extent that you are capturing it and a member doesn't want to give it to you, that's when you would put into the field unknown. And there is a difference between when you would leave the field blank and when you would leave it, or when you would put in a known value, which unknown is one of. Hopefully that answered the question.
Thank you. I don't see any other questions in the chat. So if anybody does want to jump in with a question and unmute themselves, please feel free.
So hearing nothing, I think something just came in from Rosemary.
Yes, can we submit test files in January? Yes, the test portal will remain open and you can submit test files. We'll keep it open until the end of January if you want to continue working in the test environment.
Are there any other questions, or is anybody trying to get off mute? Kate, I don't see anything else in the chat. Okay. So somebody trying to say something? Okay, so Kate, I think you covered it very well. If there are questions, as Kate mentioned, the contact information is at the end of this presentation. Please feel free to reach out to us. And with that, I think we can end this webinar. And again, thank you for taking time to be part of this, and enjoy the upcoming holidays, and everybody stay safe. And please reach out to us if you have any questions. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.